It is a gorgeous night for baseball here at Citizens Bank Park. Yeah, the tulips are popping outside. We're getting ready for the Phils and the Atlanta Braves. It's game 2 of this 3-game series. It's Weekends with Schmidt presented by Acme Markets. All right, so the Phillies have had a propensity to hit a couple home runs in a game a handful of times. In fact, they're 12-0 when hitting 2 or more home runs in a game since September of last year. They've out-homered their opponents 31-9 during those types of situations. And the runs by home runs, 54-12 for the Phils. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom McCarthy along with John Kruk, Mike Schmidt. Michael, welcome back for another weekend of baseball. And, hey, the ball's flying a little bit. And last night the Phillies had some big home runs. And maybe one of the bigger ones was from Jorge Alfaro because maybe that gets him going a little bit.
Absolutely. In April, the home run's been very big for the Phillies. You know, they've hit a lot of them, and good teams do hit home runs. And I can think of Hoskins beating Pittsburgh with a 3-run home run. Altair beating Arizona with a 3-run home run. I know Kingery hit a grand slam, his first grand slam to help us win a game. John's going to talk about Odubel here in a second. But the big one I want to talk about happened in last night's ball game. Jorge Alfaro. Here he is with 2 strikes. Now watch him go out for that good pitch on the outside corner and just flip the bat at it and hit it about 425 feet to straightaway center field. Hopefully, and you guys talked about it last night because I was watching, hopefully that'll bring a bell in his head. You don't have to swing so hard to hit it 400 feet. And if that does, look out. The Phillies are going to be unbelievable because we'll have a guy hitting 7th or 8th in the home run that could hit home runs as well.
3 hits last night for Alfaro. That was huge. But how about the 2 home runs from Odubel Herrera? Phillies are down 3-0 in the first inning, and what a jolt to get that bomb from Odubel.
Cesar works about a 6 or 7 pitch walk. Carlos Santana 4-pitch walk, and you think, he's probably going to take a pitch. That's not Odubel Herrera. First pitch, 3-run homer, ties the game up in the first inning, huge. And then when the game was tied, he gets a little breaking ball from Fried right there, and he deposits in the right field seat to give the Phillies a 4-run lead. Alfaro, like Mike said, came up after and put the game out of reach. But look what Odubel has done. This 27 games straight on base, 352 average, on base percentage almost over 390. This guy's going to win a batting title. We always say it. This might be the year, though, because he looks like he's locked in and invested in what's going on.
Well, the streak is very important for Odubel because it means he is red hot right now for the Phils and back in the 3rd spot in that lineup. It is game 2 of this 3-game series. Nick Pivetta against Mike Foltynewicz. It'll be, like last night, the 3rd time these guys have faced off already in the month of April. A lot of good defense so far in the game 1 of the series. We'll see if it continues tonight. That one by Kingery was fantastic. Here's Crawford on a 1-hopper and Cesar as well. We'll get to lineups and first pitch when we return. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, America's best internet provider according to speedtest.net. By Toyota. The Toyota Camry, Highlander, and RAV4 have something for everybody. Toyota, let's go places. By Citizens Bank, official bank of the Phils. Visit citizensbank.com. And by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Learn more at ivx.com. Phils and the Atlanta Braves. Been a beautiful day all day long here in the Delaware Valley. Some cloud cover starting to file in a little bit as the fans file in as well. Nick Pivetta warming up out on the mound. Let's take a look at today's Braves lineup, brought to you by Xfinity, America's best internet provider, according to speedtest.net. Well, some changes for the Braves. Acuna moves from 6 to 5, and then Swanson hops over Tyler Flowers. Flowers back for the first time since opening day. And they will face Nick Pivetta, 1-0 on the year, an ERA of under 3. 28 innings and 28 strikeouts for Pivetta. He got out to the mound early. He's ready to go. As the Phils, who won last night, try to take game 2.
Yeah, these Philly pitchers, these starters are ready to go, man. They feel like they're going to get some runs, don't they?
First pitch is in there. It's 0-1. See the scouting report. John, 3-0 against the Braves with a 2.77 ERA.
Yeah, and matching up again with Fultonevich. You guys are going to get to know each other pretty well.
One away on 2 pitches.
Beautiful.
And that will bring Ozzie Albies to the plate.
What a story this dude is. I was thinking about him last night. I was here watching the game. Wow. 8 home runs. 16 ribbies. Did they expect this out of him?
I don't think they expected the power. I really don't. I think they knew he was a good offensive player.
And he's 20?
He's 21.
21. Wow.
Yeah, he's the old man.
Yeah, Acuna is 20. Hit foul. And it's 0-2.
Hey, you like that right there from Pivetta. First pitch, fastball away. 2 pitch at bat for Inciarte, so you probably think Albies is taken. Fastball away, strike 1. Now he's in swing mode. You jam him and he gets a foul ball. Now he can go so many different ways to try to get this out.
Swing and a miss. He got it with a curveball. And Albies has decided, I'm not going to take a trot.
Yeah, really. That's a long way down there. It's like 100 feet once you're 10 feet back to the dugout. Could have played a little dodgeball with him or something over there. Well, you're right, John. We got 5 pitches.
5 pitches, and a strikeout.
A fastball upstairs.
Normally Freddie lets it fire too, doesn't he? He's a free swinger, but got a good eye.
He does.
Good on base percentage guy as always.
Off the hands, popped up. How about a 7-pitch first inning? J.P. Crawford is under it and makes the catch.
Major league pop-up.
That was up there for a long time. 7-pitch first inning for Pivetta. We're on to the bottom of the first. It's the Braves 0 and the Phillies coming up. Two of this 3-game series. Let's take a look at the Phils lineup, brought to you by Xfinity, America's best internet provider according to speedtest.net. Cesar leads it off. In fact, top 4 the same again. Nick Williams does get a start in right field, and Michael Franco starts over at third base. Alfaro back in there. Pivetta wraps it up batting ninth. They'll face Fultonevich, the 26-year-old from Illinois. Good numbers. He's been kind of a tough luck pitcher. They haven't scored a whole lot of runs for him, but he's also had a couple games where he struggled with his commands. But he's got some lightning quick pitches coming, John.
Yeah, he's a high velocity guy. You see there, the average fastball almost 96 miles an hour. Curve, change, slider. To me, he and Pavetta are similar pitchers. I think Pavetta right now, though, this year is taking that step where secondary pitchers are probably better than Fultonevich.
'96 right out of the chute.
He does have a good arm. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike.
He's not really going to try to trick you in any way, shape, or form.
Floated foul, and it's 1-2.
Well, that ball had a little sink to it.
At 98.
Mm-hmm.
He went 96, 97, 98 with downward movement on that one.
Cesar hitting 300 with 2 homers and 10 RBIs, hitting 355 on this homestand. That slows it up a little bit.
That was pretty impressive repertoire there by Fultonevich, if I said it right. Wow. But that pitch to a right-hander.
Might want to take that back about the secondary stuff.
See, this is why you and I are glad we're not playing.
No kidding.
Carlos Santana hitting a .170, 0 for 2 last night. 2 more walks last night. He lifts that one out to left field. Acuna.
Evans was up there too.
Sure was. 2 away.
Wynn's playing some tricks, blowing out. You see both guys thought they were camped under. J.P. Crawford last inning, and then Acuna there, and then have to drift back. Be a nice sign if we can get one of our players to elevate one up there. Not as high as what Santana just hit his.
Yes, sir. Here's Odubel. Odubel 2 for 4 last night with those 2 home runs. He is 7 for 22 against Fultonevich. And he's hitting 10 straight overall, but he has just been mashing the baseball against the Braves. 0-1. Lifetime against the Braves, he's 287, but he has 12 home runs in 61 games against them.
I don't think he liked that first pitch.
I don't think he did. I think he let Kerwin Danley know, too.
That's that old trick right there where he just goes, I'm going to hit you 0-2.
Kerwin, the crew chief behind the plate. Man, looks good. He's dropped some LBs over the years. Off the hands. That'll be 28 consecutive games for Odubel Herrera. A 2-out single, and the Phils have a base runner.
Well, that's pretty impressive right there. It takes to an 0-2 count, 2 fastballs right there. He just kind of flares a high fastball. Actually threw it right where he wanted to throw it. In fact, Fultonevich is watching that on the video screen up here at the stadium. How do you hit that? You know, that's just a put it in play swing all the way, John.
Yeah, not the overswing. And that, you know, you mentioned in the open, Mike, if Alfaro can take that swing he had last night when he got his 3 hits, you know, into every swing, every at bat, he's going to have some success. But I mean, but that's why we keep saying, Pete McCannon said it when he was managing here, and you know, they talk about Odubel can win a batting title. That's why.
Right.
And I think maybe him sitting opening day, I think it kind of upset him to where he's like, you know what, you never get me out of this lineup again.
I think it definitely upset him. I'm with you on that. He's kind of like Cesar. He just wants to play every day.
Well, the way things have been going, I wouldn't be surprised if something happened to this 2-0 pitch right here.
Elevated.
Got the outside corner, 2-1.
Keep forgetting we have a little bit of a angle in our camera behind the pitcher. Sometimes they look outside. They're really not because of our angle.
I think also Flowers reached a little bit too. Bouncing ball foul.
Ooh.
Let's take a look at the Lowe's whole team together. And the pitches per plate appearance. The Phils best in Major League Baseball at 4.17, but they also have 3 guys that are in the top 10, including Reese at 4.49 pitches per plate appearance.
That's a telling stat there. First 3 hitters are in the top 10 in pitches seen. It's another thing. You can go around all these stats now with the great record we've had in April and just see the ones that are really important. And that's one of them.
Was it as important when you guys played? I mean, was that important?
I don't even think they counted them.
I'm sure they didn't. Phillies are a half game out behind the Mets. Braves are 2.5 back. Washington leading right now 3-2 in the 8th inning. They're 6 games back. Two balls, 2 strikes to Hoskins. Out towards center field. And Ciarte is there. Looking like he just got that toward the handle. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. Easy inning for Fulton Evich, 14 pitches. Well, tomorrow it's the Fanatic's birthday, brought to you by Citizens Bank. And you see those bucket hats right there? Well, they'll be given out to kids 14 and under. Make sure to get to the ballpark early for the Philly Fanatics Doggy Extravaganza birthday show. That's at 1 o'clock. Go to Phillies.com to purchase your tickets.
Hey, and those hats keep the sun off those young kids' ears, too.
Yes, they do. We begin the second. 0-1. Nick Markakis last night 1 for 4 with a double. Oh, 2. Said it before. Pivetta very smooth with his delivery. Even smoother this year than last year. Wanted it up, it went down, and Markakis fouls it.
You know, we don't really notice it because we don't talk about it, but that's a pitch you get away with right there.
Yes, sir.
Right, the 0-2 fastball, basically right down the middle. Pitchers over the course of a game, you know, that happens a lot where they throw bad pitches and, you know, they're not hit. We make a big deal out of them when they're hit.
That was a changeup that was just outside. But you're right, and maybe it's because he had a little giddy up on it that he was able to get away with it a little bit.
I also think that's where you have to pitch Markakis. I think you got to hard in, soft away like they're trying to do. Now they're trying to come back in again.
In the air to right field. Williams going back toward the wall, and it is gone. And the Braves take a 1-0 lead. I think they tried to get it in, but it came back over the plate. And that's the 4th home run of the year for Markakis. Wow.
Yeah, but that's a lot. That's a 4 out of 5 pitches. Fastball is basically down the middle, right?
Yeah, I mean, you see where Alfaro's sitting. He wants it in.
That split the plate right down the middle.
Here's Alfaro on a pop-up, and he makes the catch. Acuna is out, 1 away.
Now that's a tough pitch to hit, the one he just threw Acuna right there. That was a good fastball, but it was running up and in.
Yeah, there's a good example of good pitching. He stands close to the plate. He must like the ball inside, but he doesn't like it inside and up.
Here's Swanson, but he does not pull the trigger and takes a strike. 0-1. 303, 2 home runs, 13 runs batted in. Like a lot of the Braves hitters, good numbers against the Phillies. You see 310. He has 9 hits and 29 at bats.
Didn't he? The game that Flaherty had to 5 hits, didn't he have 4 that day? I think
he did have 4. He also had a home run that was one of the longer ones in that series off the restaurant in left field.
I've seen several of the Braves hitters now. Actually, the last Markakis and let's see, Swanson right now just go 0-1 and then take the 0-1 pitch. Just, you know, so they didn't jump out there and swing at a bad pitch. I mean, if you didn't give you some confidence hitting 0-2, you must have serious confidence hitting 0-2. We saw Double do it, right?
Yeah, Alfaro did it. I want to say all 3 of his at-bats last night, all 3 of his hits last night were with 2 strikes.
Second strikeout for Pivetta. Yeah, that'll bring Flowers up. Let's check in with Greg Murphy. Murph.
All right, thank you very much, Tom. Well, obviously, the Phillies off to a good start, getting very good pitching this year so far, getting some timely hitting as well. But if there's one area that maybe needs a little bit of improvement, it is has been the defense so far this year. In fact, the Phillies right now second in all of baseball with the most errors. They have 23 errors on the season this year. Only the New York Yankees have more at 24. Had a good conversation with Jose Flores about that, who handles the infield defense, though, for the Phils. And I said to him, at this point early in the season, is it a concern? He said, no, absolutely not a concern. He said, you know, we're obviously keeping our eyes on it. They certainly work on it every day. Before batting practice, they're doing different drills with the guys in the infield and the outfield. But he said at this point, it's not something that they are overly concerned about. As you see Flores right there, he said what we're telling them right now is really just go back to relying on your athleticism, because he thinks a couple of the guys maybe out there thinking maybe a little bit too much. Just go back to what you know. You've been doing this your whole life. You've been doing it at a high level. Go back to what you know, and then, you know, concentrate on the fundamentals. You know, J.B. Crawford has gotten a couple throws have gotten away from him. He has 5 errors this season, and he said, you know, we just want him to set the feet, you know, get that arm slot where it needs to be, work on the fundamentals, do it over and over and over again. And once you start to, you know, feel it once again, you'll play with a little more confidence, and then they expect good things to happen. So, is it a concern at this point? Not at this point, but obviously they're going to keep their eyes on it.
Yeah, you know, we've been with the Phillies struggling the last couple of years. One thing that has really stood out is that they have played good defense. So this is not, you know, the kind of defense that we're used to with this ball club, and a lot of the same pieces. And Flowers takes one on the outside corner. Strike 3 called. A home run by Nick Markakis has given the Braves a 1-0 lead. 3 strikeouts for Pivetta. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Pastime joins him for some good old-fashioned baseball talk. They discuss the Phils' hot start, answer your Twitter questions, and even look ahead to the trade deadline. Download wherever you get your podcasts. Nick Williams will lead it off. Williams is 0 for his last 14. One ball and no strikes. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Johnny, this is a guy who's throwing upper 90s. I mean, I have a tough time thinking that a uppercut can work on a ball like that.
I think he can hit it up, that's for sure.
I hope he proves me wrong. It's just that bat entering the hitting zone from the bottom half of the ball, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of, sometimes it makes sense with the uppercut because pitchers are told to keep the ball down. But now with more pitchers being able to elevate fastballs and understanding how hard it is to hit, like I never understood that, keep the ball down. What? I mean, to me, the hardest pitch to hit was a fastball, a good fastball up.
For sure.
You see it good.
No question, but Nick doesn't have a lot of top hand in his swing. He just kind of swings with his core, kind of falls back, front shoulder goes a little higher. Very effective on balls down in the strike zone, like you just said. You got to have some top hand. That left hand of his needs to bring the barrel down through that ball. That one there too is another one. You need to have a little top hand, almost tomahawk feeling on those balls up in the strike zone, especially when they're coming in there 95 to 98.
That last one 99.
And that's coming from a guy that spent most of his career not being able to hit that pitch.
Well, that's not 2-2.
Yeah.
Foul back. There remains 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Give him credit for staying alive on those pitches. They're hard to hit.
Breaking ball upstairs, 3-2. Bouncing ball right side. Big hop for Albies. 1 out. Franco coming up. MLB At Bat is your #1 Philadelphia Phillies app. Customize your experience to catch every moment this season. Get the Phillies home screen icon and features such as the MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcasts, stats, news, and more. Download MLB At Bat today. Well, that was a 9-pitch at bat.
Yeah. I was just thinking in today's game when so many pitchers pitch with this style, you know, I mean, we have a lot of 6'5" and up guys that can throw upper 90s. I would think as a hitter nowadays, you need to figure out a way to apply the bat. To apply the bat successfully on balls at that speed and that place in the hitting zone. Because, I mean, you're going to get 1 or 2 in every at bat. You can't miss them.
Toward left field. Acuna going back, and he'll make the catch. You know, I think you're right about that.
Well, you know, I'm saying 1-0 counts, 2-0 counts, 3-1 counts when the odds are they're going to get you out a lot of times when they got that really good disguise, like Williams in the previous at bat, 3-2 change, grounded out to second. But if he has a little downstroke on those high pitches, that he never gets to that 3-2 changeup. And I just don't think there's enough guys that understand the ball belt and up in the strike zone. You swing at a lot, but you can't hit it unless you understand how it needs to be swung at. That's a lot of air coming out right there, but
no, but it goes to the point of,
you know, John knows what I mean.
Exactly, but it goes to the point. What's the first thing you tell a pitcher when he starts in Little League pitching? Keep the ball down. So why wouldn't you work on an uppercut swing if everybody's pitching down?
Right.
But the pitcher's starting to figure out, wait a second, if he wants to swing up, I'm going to throw it up, and he can't touch it.
I do think we're seeing more of that from some of the power
So
pitchers.
if you're the Braves, you have film on Nick Williams. You got it on J.P. Crawford, right? You got film on them, you know, and you know they have uppercut swings. What are you going to do as a pitcher to them if you're throwing mid-90s?
Throw it up.
Keep the ball up.
And you're not talking, you know, above the letters. You're talking at the letters.
Belting up.
You're belting up. Here's the 1-2 pitch in the dirt. 2-2.
I got to say, not disrespecting those guys. I mean, you know, I want to quantify what I'm saying. There's a ground ball and a ball a little bit down in the strike zone. But that's just the way they hit. And a lot of times we don't see the young players now making adjustments, right, in their natural strokes to match up with what they're seeing on a daily basis.
We'll go to the third inning. Braves 1, Phillies nothing. Flaherty will lead it off. Stump the Fans trivia question. Log on to Phillies.com. Go to the fans section for all the information. Please submit your answer on the subject line. Guys, the question is this. Henry Aaron holds the Braves franchise record with 47 career 4-hit games. Who is second? 4-hit games. The answer will be revealed a little later on.
That's an easy one.
Here's Flaherty to lead it off, and he fouls it away. I like your answer. I'm not saying it's right, though.
No, I know it's not now.
John, I like your answer, too, but I'm not saying it's right.
That was who I initially thought because of his speed.
Yeah, he's a guy I thought is like 360 every year. Some crazy number like that.
We're just going to give you a buzzer now just to set you up for it later.
Hints?
I'll give you some hints. 1 ball, 1 strike to Flaherty. And he slaps it the other way. JP's got it. Slides, throws off balance. Not in time. And
Now
Flaherty.
That's a nice hit. And I got to tell you, Flaherty was, as you all have mentioned, I'm sure, with us in spring training. Okay? He told me, he said, Mike, I just can't hit a ground ball to the left side. They switch. I've seen him do it about 4 times
Did a
since the
bunch.
season started.
Did a bunch in Atlanta.
Yeah, because the Phillies were playing him to shift.
But here's it. Watch a play by Crawford now. Watch the throw, a high throw, of course, off balance. But, you know, the little things in the game that can make a difference. If that gets over Santana's head, Alfaro was not backing up. Watch Alfaro. Now, Alfaro should be busting it down to first base, and he's not. And if that ball gets over Santana's head, Flaherty can go to second base. And that's where Jorge needs to understand, you know, you don't pick and choose when to hustle. You should be doing it all the time.
Ball's bunted sharply, and Carlos has it. Whoa! Not in time. He had a throw across his body. And Fultonevich, you heard Eric Young saying, come on, come on, come on. And that's going to be a base hit.
Speaking of hustle, John, that was some hustle by Fultonevich.
Yeah.
Whew. I mean, a lot of guys, a lot of pitchers, right? A lot of pitchers just kind of jog down there.
Yeah, but watch Carlos, though. He looks to second base. He thinks he has a play at second right there. No. And then just didn't put anything on the throw to Cesar. He was there. Yeah.
Fultonevich almost missed the bat.
Well, he was running so fast, he got his steps mixed up. But this is now could possibly turn into an ugly inning.
Also wouldn't mind seeing Cesar shift his feet a little bit and, you know, sort of go after that baseball. And Ciarte late on a 94-mile-an-hour heater. But it's 0-1.
So is that a hit for Fultonevich?
That is a hit.
Has to be, yeah. Gonna make a good pitch 0-2 here. Very nice time for a strikeout. Now that's good 2-strike swing right there, right?
Yes. I'd like to see maybe if Nick can throw that changeup away, see if we can get Ciarte to roll over to Cesar, possibly get a double play here, make a 2-out hit, score a run.
Check swing on a slider, and it's 1-2. See the runners lead off through the hole on the right side, a base hit. Flaherty's going to score. As Williams' throw goes to second base, an RBI single for Ciarte, and it's 2-0 Braves.
It's good hitting right there. He knew hitting it to the right side was what they needed to advance the base runners. And he'd be a very tough guy to double up, even if he did hit a ground ball.
Because of where Williams is playing, no shot at getting the runner home.
I like another high fastball, try to get a strikeout, you know, just something, I mean, something off speed like that in the hitting zone. It's automatic pull to the right side pitch, right?
Yeah, here's the thing too with his speed now. We'd love to see Nick keep this at a, even if they score another run, if Fultonevich does end up scoring, you know, 3-0, you still got a shot, but you know, this has the makings of a bigger inning than just one run.
Aaron Nola was down 3-0 after the top of the first last night. And a 3-run home run by Odubel tied that up. The ball's 1 strike. With a curveball. It's a little high. Freddie Freeman on deck. What do you think Kerwin Danley's talking to Albies
Well,
about?
Gabe came out to hold it so they could take a look.
Okay.
And
I didn't even think that it was close,
but then he waved it off, and they just continued their conversation.
in the air to right field. Williams going back and runs it down. A run will score. He got a nice jump on that. A sacrifice fly for Albies. It's 3-0 Braves. Off the bat, I thought that was going to be
I was worried about
dangerous.
that on myself. Nice play by Nick.
Like he might have caught that just off the end of the bat, but like a wide receiver.
Gives us a chance to get out of this thing now with, you know, with just 2, making a 3-0 ball game. We're comfortable with 3-0 games. Early.
Yeah.
Go back to Fultonay. It's running that bunt out like that. Look what it created for him. The young kids out there watching this game never take anything for granted. See what happened in that hustle to first base.
Yeah.
Well, and I think we took it for granted that he wasn't hustling.
And I think our guys took it for granted too.
Out to center field. Odubel going back toward the fence. He jumps and he got it! He pulled it right out of the bushes! Odubel Herrera reels one in, and there are 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning.
There's one for highlights around the country. Wow. Williams. Freeman thinks he's got a home run. He does have a home run. Odubel got caught in the branches. Ho-hum, no big deal. Gives himself a hand.
Now here's the issue. Are they going to review this and say it might have hit the bush first? It didn't.
It didn't, no.
But they're talking about it. Snipker came out.
So meaning if it hit the bush before the glove, it's a home run?
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely didn't do that.
Didn't do that. Look at Nick.
Uh-oh, don't read his lips.
All right, so they're going to take a peek at it. That has to be what they're looking at to see if it hit the bushes. It didn't. So this will still be a great catch. I mean, a great catch.
It might be the catch of the year so far in all of baseball.
You know, they put that fence out there in some sense to kind of get plays like this.
You know, those branches could actually pull his glove off or something. You know, if they got it caught. And he remains calm through this whole thing too. Watch his eyes. Watch his eyes.
Yeah, his eyes, everything.
And that's a tough one too. When your glove arm hits the fence, you know, of course his rib cage hit it first, but when your glove arm is hitting the wall, it could jar it out.
There aren't many places where you get caught in a tree catching a home run.
It's like playing in the backyard.
That's right.
Boy,
that's impressive.
That's really a good catch. I mean, everything about it.
Well, I'm going to write down Freddie.
Beautiful.
F8 with an asterisk on my sheet here.
You're right, Mike. That may be the play of the year. I mean, we may not see anything sweeter than that.
Well, he already had one in the top 10 prior to that, I think. He's got at least a top 3er right there.
Well, here is Markakis, who homered his first time up. One of the 3 runs the Braves have scored.
You know, I got to tell you, turning points in ball games, momentum changes. Now that could be big in this ball game.
Huge.
Right, Pavetta gets out of this inning and it's only 3-0.
There it goes. Throw to second is not in time.
Boy, picked a good pitch to run on there, John.
He's done that a few times against us already this year. You know he's peeking in.
Well, that's the 11th stolen base of the season. His foot kind of clamped onto the bag. He never popped up out of it.
Now, where is Gabe Kapler looking when he looks to the right in the dugout?
Rob Thompson is on the phone.
Oh, okay.
Down to the video lair just to check it out.
Is that layer like a cavity?
Yes.
Similar to our
Very similar
production cavity?
Yeah. Now he's going to third. This time he is out at third base.
Oh, my gosh.
Inciarte saying he's safe.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. They're going to hold the Phils for a moment.
I mean, that's a really, really bad play if you don't make it. He thinks he was safe. He was safe. Yep, he was
he's
safe.
on.
Yeah, he is safe.
You know the old story we always have about
maybe
being,
not. Maybe not. That shot right there looks like he got him on the back of the leg.
You know the old story about being on third with 2 outs, how many ways you can score, but you can't when you're on second. And also, the line drive single in this small ballpark a lot of times is tough to score on too. But Marqueco's just hit a home run last time up.
Now the laces aren't part of the glove anymore, right?
They're not considered part of the glove.
They're not considered part of the glove. So if the laces were part of the glove, we might have had a chance here.
I would agree with you on that one.
You're the only guy I know that could thought of that.
There was somebody talking about it the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
No, because like a lot of these guys now, like especially pitchers, their laces are, look like a foot long. And
Rick Kravitz tried to go out to talk to Pivetta, but
umpires waved him off.
Not allowed to while they're reviewing. Let's take a long look at this one. Here we go.
But that's still way too close to be thrown out with your cleanup hitter, lefty on righty. Hit a home run his previous at bat.
All right, so it is a stolen base. That's 12 stolen bases now for Inciarte. It's the most for a Braves in a single calendar month since 2011 when Michael Bourne stole 14. But it's also the most that a Brave has ever stolen in the month of April. If you find those things exciting.
Scintillating
Are they thinking about walking Marqueco's?
I don't know.
I would doubt it.
To then face Acuna.
Well, he's got 2-0 count.
Yeah.
You could start over on Acuna.
Now, if you're Marquez, and I know he can bunt, like what? Why wouldn't you take one with you? Get it past Pivetta. Who's going to throw you out? I mean, Nick Williams got a better chance of throwing you out at first than where Cesar's playing.
So if you're going to walk him, why don't you just walk him?
Yeah, I agree. Young pitcher.
Is he going to try to sneak one, try to get him out with an off-speed pitch, something out of the hitting zone?
And ball 4.
Could have saved him 2 pitches.
All right, well, here's Acuna, who popped out to Alfaro his first time up.
I was impressed with this young man's first at bat here in the stadium last night.
That laser past shortstop.
Man, he goes after this thing, John.
Tell you what, too, he can. They say he's right now probably the second fastest guy in baseball. Which with a
Billy
guy
Hamilton,
I would guess. I mean,
Trey Turner's pretty quick.
Yeah. So Cesar. But for a middle of the lineup bat, which he's going to end up being.
Fouls that one off Alfaro, 1-1.
Reminds me a little of the right fielder for Toronto that didn't get signed this year.
Batista
standing in the box. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Is he on their bench?
He's in the minor leagues.
Oh, okay. I should know those things. You know,
Hey,
from
they
a
just
broadcast.
signed him the other day. Outside,
But
2-1.
the way he holds the bat, way he strides, where he stands in the batter's box, Batista a little bit more open, but Batista used to swing hard at that ball.
Yeah, violent swing.
Better get it in there.
3-1.
Try to take advantage of his youth and maybe spin one and see if he'll chase.
One fastball. 3-2.
Another one of those we get away with. As the game goes on, you get away with a few.
Not much movement in those flags. See the cloud cover. I think Kerwin Danley's trying to get these younger players to get moving here a little bit.
Well, he might have been told that there's some weather coming later,
Yeah.
possibly. And
Runner goes from first. Pitch is a breaking ball. They're just not. They're not getting that call. I mean, it's close and it's probably high, but that's back-to-back walks. Time now for our Nissan upgrade. Upgrade to the technology of tomorrow today. At Pavetta, the highest percentage of strikes thrown. He's at 68.1, which puts him ahead of Max Scherzer, or actually even with Max Scherzer. Tonight, though, 47 pitches, 30 strikes, 17 balls. And he's at 64% tonight. A breaking ball, 0-1. Jake Thompson warming up. Bouncing ball toward the shortstop side. Crawford's got it. The inning is over. 2 runs do score. It could have been a whole lot worse if not for Odubel Herrera out in center field. He made an unbelievable catch and the ball hit by Freddie Freeman. We'll move to the bottom of the third. Ford store. Check out every new Ford car, truck, and SUV crossover at buyfordnow.com today. And by Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Out in the yard, the wind is probably moving those wiffle balls all over the place.
They got some uppercuts out there,
Yes,
I guarantee.
they do. I know when I was out there, I was uppercut. Well, the flags were standing still a moment ago. Now they're whipping pretty good.
Boy, that happened quick, didn't it?
Yep. We got some weather.
That's a great shot.
There's Alfaro to lead it off. And he takes a fastball at the knees.
Jorge's going, whoo, that's hard.
Outside.
Yeah, wind's starting to really whip
Feel
now.
the temperature drop
Yeah, it
about
did.
10-15 degrees.
Think about putting the old jacket back on.
I told you.
Either that or going to go get some more ice cream if there's rain away.
A ball and 1 strike. And 1-2. Some wicked movement on that slider by Foltynewicz. We mentioned he's 26 years old. He's a former first-round pick by the Astros. The Braves got him in the deal that sent Evan Gattis to the Astros. He's allowed 2 earned runs or fewer in all 5 starts. His last outing, his biggest issue was that he walked 4. Allowed 3 hits in 4 2/3. And Alfaro went fishing. Flowers throws him out. Second strikeout.
Well, they'll get you the chase when they're throwing 97. Looks like a fastball out of his hand. Yeah, you got to hang back a little longer than 2 strikes and try to identify it.
Here's Pivetta, who takes on the outside corner. That's the spot. I'm not saying it's not a strike, but Kerwin Denley really likes that spot, even though the catcher's not set up there all the time. Down the right field line, out of play, 0-2. And Pivetta's down looking. 3 strikeouts for Foltynewicz.
I think Foltynewicz is trying his best to get to the 5th inning as quick as possible.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But with 87 reviews last inning and
And his teammates,
8 hitters coming to bat for the Braves.
yeah, his teammates stepping out, tightening their gloves, stepping back in, stepping out. Here's Cesar. Cesar struck out his first time. Shows bunt, takes strike, or takes a ball. Excuse me. 1-0.
Right down the middle for ball 1.
That looked like a pretty good pitch.
Like Fanatics confiscating the baby.
Maybe he's taking that baby to Japan with him.
Fanatics going to go over and do some games in Japan.
Yeah.
He will not be needing a translator since he doesn't speak. You got to love Foltynewicz's pace.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't walk off the dirt. I don't think he understands the strike zone right now by Kerwin Danley.
He might have bought himself some trouble here with 2 outs. Man on first. Santana. He can leave the park. Fernandez,
I think he's going to have to do it to right field, though, if he does, right? I mean, it's wind is whipping.
Cesar, another walk for his on base percentage. Well into the 400s.
What? Wow.
It's the same pitch that Cesar took for ball 4. Right on the edge.
just looked funny.
Oh, man. Cesar is picked off. This night is not going particularly well for the Phillies. Gabe is going to ask to hold as they take a look at it. Cesar's already taken his wrap off his arm, so he's confident that he was out, and he was. He never even got to the bag, it looked like. No runs, no hits, and nobody left. 3 in the books. Phillies trail the Braves 3-0. By ordering the Fellows Aramax Pro Air Purifier. It cleans the air of toxins and allergens and clears the air for your employees. Literally. Nobody does it better than who? Who but W.B. Mason. Yeah, out at the yard, the outfield wall looks very similar to the outfield wall here on the main ball field. Flowers fouls it away. Flowers hurt his oblique when the Phillies and the Braves first met in Atlanta. They've met twice.
First at bat.
First at bat.
Yeah. Yeah, I talked to
second
him.
at bat. Well, it was first game.
I think it was his first. I talked to him after the game, and he just couldn't believe it. You know, go through all spring training, healthy, and first at bat of the regular season, pull an oblique. He's got these masks that he designed that have springs in them, his catcher's mask.
It's a novel idea. I'm surprised more don't use it.
He sent my softball team one, and my daughter catches and she wears one.
Oh, really?
She loves it. And she's taken a couple off the face, and she said, you know, it's all good.
So she's wearing and I may be wrong, but what Kerwin Danley's wearing, but with the springs in it, is that right? Like the home plate umpire's wearing?
The hockey mask type. Well, I think it's what Tyler wears. But he set one down and had it painted our school color green. So happy that we got it for our catchers.
That's it right there, right?
Yeah,
he's got it there.
Yeah.
Flaherty fouls it off. Nice catch by that gentleman. Murph, where are you, buddy?
Well, funny you should ask that, Tom. I am out at the yard out here in the Ashburn Alley part of Citizens Bank Park, and we are getting ready for a big day tomorrow. It is the Fanatics birthday party. Tom, I know you know that, presented by Citizens Bank. And these folks right here, they're helping us get ready because they are signing the Fanatics giant birthday card, right? You guys sign your names on here, right? And wish the Fanatic a happy birthday. Not sure how old the Fanatic is. He never seems to age at all. But look at the card. It has been in and all around the Delaware Valley. Good folks from Citizens Bank bringing it all over the place. It was at Nemours Hospital yesterday. The kids getting a chance to sign the card. All getting ready, right, guys, for the big celebration tomorrow. Whose birthday is it tomorrow?
Me!
No. Whose birthday is it?
Fanatic.
When's your birthday?
Coming on 13.
Okay, so we'll get you a card too. But yes, it's the Fanatic birthday tomorrow. we practiced that, you know.
Yeah.
But everyone's very excited about it. So presented by Citizens Bank. The gang here is all excited. You guys use your best penmanship to help the fanatics so we can read the card, right? All right, sign up. So wishing a happy birthday. So if kids are out at the yard, we figured it was a good spot. Come on out and sign the birthday card, Tom. We'll leave you a spot.
All right, thanks, Murph. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I wonder how those wiffle balls are flying out there in this wind.
I'm telling you, they got to be flying. Murph, John wants a report on how the wiffle balls are flying out there with the way the wind's blowing.
You know, you really have to jack one to get it out right now because the wind is howling in at this point. But we've seen a couple go out.
Drop and drive. Here's Fultonevich with 2 outs. It'll take strike 1.
What's out there, Murph? What's outside the wall out there? Okay.
That's just the street.
That's the street.
That's just the street. So if you can get up over the net, Mike, I mean, it's a shot because there's a net out here as well. But if you can get it up over the net.
Yeah, the next door neighbors complain about the balls going in the yard.
Murph, jump in and take some hacks. Maybe we can get it on TV.
Oh, that's going to happen, Mike. One of these days, I'm going to get your old buddy Greg Lazinski to throw some pitches to him.
See that last one?
That's a heck of a curve right there by Pivetta. 5 strikeouts through 4. Nothing across for the Braves. We'll move on to the bottom of the 4th. The Phils down 3-0 when we return. You buy Nissan. ShopChooseNissan.com. Crab fries are going quickly, guys, if you want them. You got to eat them quickly or stay inside if the rain happens to come. Mike Fultonevich made the last out. And he's about ready to face Santana, Odubel, and Rhys Hoskins. Reminder that family packs are available for select games during the 2018 season. 4 tickets, 4 Hatfield Phillies Franks, and 4 Cokes for only $100. Visit Phillies.com to get your family pack now. So a fresh count for Santana. Fastball 0-1.
Fultonevich ain't fooling around, is it?
No, he's not.
Just watching him going, now what a great delivery. Just gets everything out of his body.
There's that run, that 2-seamer at 97.
side, 2-2. Bouncing ball toward first, a foul ball. Santana is 7 for 29 on this homestand. He has 12 walks in his last 13 games.
Another reason why I think Gabe likes him in that 2-hole too.
Opposite way. Acuna over toward the line. It's going to stay in fair territory because of the wind. And one away here in the 4th. And here comes Odubel. Just get a nice round of applause after that catch. All right, a little louder than before.
That'll be known going forward as the Bush catch.
I think that's the first time I've seen somebody catch one like that. You know, we've seen people jump, but we've never seen anybody jump into the trees like that.
Like Wrigley, huh?
Yeah.
Getting in that ivy to try to catch one.
Andre Dawson's in there somewhere.
That's just unbelievable timing.
You hope you're a center fielder. You have a balls hit to you like that, though.
Yes.
So with padded wall.
Yes. Outside, 1-2.
I guess he should thank Aaron Rowland for the padded wall, right?
Yes, that is definitely. When Aaron slammed into the wall against the Mets and Xavier Nady, there was no padding like that. There was some, but not like that. 1-2 pitch. Opposite way. And Acuna.
Just raining line drives for Odubel.
Hit that one.
He's going, what do I got to do to keep this guy from getting hit? That was funny.
I don't know. Maybe he was going to go operate a gas station in Mayberry. There it is, Nady. 2006. Yeah. Oh. See, there was some padding. Not on the bar, underneath the padding. That would have been a grand slam if that had gone out. And it would have cleared the bases if it didn't go out and he didn't catch it.
Well, if he didn't catch it, it probably would have been inside the park.
Maybe.
I don't think. Well, knowing Aaron, he might have got up. Tell you what, it endeared him to Phillies fans forever.
Yeah.
Sure did. He is one of those, let's call it the endeared club, would include yourself.
Nice going, Johnny.
Thank you, Michael.
Darren Dalton, Greg Kuzinski. I'm thinking of the kind of players that that Philly fans really love. You know, it's kind of like, how do I describe it? Kind of the opposite of me.
So what you're saying is it's the lack of talent.
That's not what I'm saying. It's
We made the most of a little bit of ability we had.
Guys that Philly fans can tell they're leaving it all out there every night.
And you were abundantly talented, but you only hit 548 homers when everyone thought you should hit 900.
Well, my persona, so to speak, on the field wasn't allowing me to be in that group. I feel like I'm kind of in that group now, but
yeah.
As a player, I didn't have this, what do you want to call it, workman's like
the perception of the
persona on the field.
I mean,
like a Bednarik in football, right?
Yeah.
like you basically had to retire for the fans to love you.
No, you don't have to go there, but no, I wouldn't say that.
Near the end, no, it wasn't immediate.
Well, that goes back to maybe the small percentage that were boisterous around the stadium and in other places. That's a very small percentage.
Oh, man.
Yow.
That going right at Dave Dittinger's camera. Did you duck, Dave, or did you? Yes, you did. I don't blame you. I don't want to say Andy Rabel would have fielded that, but.
I didn't mean like you had retired and they were happy you retired. I think they finally realized, holy crap, you know, we've got the greatest player in the history of our organization. Now we don't get to see him no more.
I didn't mean to bring myself into it. I'm sorry I even mentioned myself. I'm just saying there's a group of about 5 to 10.
Utley's that one.
Utley, absolutely.
Yeah.
Good call, Utley. That are in the endeared club, the most appreciated players in Philadelphia history. I really think Darren Dalton's probably a member of that.
Yeah, I think
Lenny Dykstra.
I think Darren, because of everything he went through health-wise with his knees and the hard work he had to put into and caught so many games, that's where we should be.
I'm sure there'll be some tweets as to players I'm not remembering.
McWilliams grounded out.
I think Kingery can be one of those types.
No doubt. How about the left fielder?
Yeah. Yeah, Hoskins certainly can.
We're talking. I keep missing hitters. Hoskins walked.
He walked.
There's a baseball game going on? Oh, okay.
Maybe not for long.
Off the hands, out of play, 1-1 to Williams.
The wave's going on though, Mike. It looks like it died out. Charlie Manuel as a manager.
Yeah,
he's endeared
I would agree
by
with
the
that.
fans.
Another good call.
Bo.
Tug. Oh, good call.
Oh yeah, Tug. Yeah.
Because of as a pitcher, you know, I think people love the way he acknowledged the fans all the time, coming back to the dugout. You know, he always looked in the stands, and he had a special personality out there.
Swing and a miss, gets away from Flowers. And a strikeout. And the putout goes 2-3. 4 strikeouts for Fultonevich. No runs, no hits, and 1 man left. Phillies only have 1 hit tonight. By T-Mobile, we take a peek at the 2 stolen bases by Ender Inciarte. He got second base, and then next pitch, he was gone. Called out originally at third, but then they reviewed it, and they found that he was safe. And now he leads things off. Good player, Ender Inciarte. He's 1 for 2 tonight with an RBI. Phillies actually had him several years ago when they took him in a Rule 5 draft, but you know, people wonder why didn't they keep him? It really wasn't ready for the big leagues at the time, and they needed the roster spot, so he was sent back to Arizona. Ground ball to second base. 1 out.
Gold Glove center fielder. Inciarte.
Twice.
Yes, twice. Yeah, they presented him with the second one when we were there the other last time. Albies 0 for 1 with a sac fly. Curve ball, and it's 0-1. Opposite way. That's going to drop for a hit.
Nice adjustment right there. We've been getting him out with that changeup. Man, he waited on that and just threw it out in the left field. Very nice.
Let's take a look at our AARP take on today. Freddie Freeman, Rhys Hoskins. Very, very close with some of their numbers. Rhys has a better batting average. Yeah, the OPS is higher.
How much time did Freddie miss though with the wrist?
Just a
couple games.
I think it was just a day, actually.
Yeah.
You know, last year when he broke his wrist, by the end of the year he wasn't taking batting practices often. He said he just, you know, the wrist just couldn't handle it. That one's out to right center field. That's going to split the gap, and a run's going to score. The ball just dies at the fence. Freeman's on his way to third. He doesn't get many triples, but he has one there. It's an RBI triple, and it's 4-0 Braves.
Freddie's getting a lot of cookie, we call them, fastballs over the middle of the plate. He knows what to do with them. Here it is. Watch. Boom. Right down the middle of the plate. See how he keeps his head down as the ball's passing through the hitting zone. He's one of the few hitters in the league, John, that I think makes the best out of that uppercut swing. He has a pronounced uppercut.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if they try to change it when he was younger. That's how he's always hit. Here's Markakis. He's hit it 6 straight thanks to that home run his first time up. He has 4 home runs in 26 games. Last year, he didn't hit his 4th home run until July. Slaps it the other way over the tarp.
My man out there, Ron Washington, ducking on that one. There's my old buddy. Played winter ball with Wash, Schmitty. We had a good time together.
Where was that? What city?
Mexico. Mexicali, Mexico.
Mexicali.
Yeah.
Wash looks like he's ready to play. He's got the helmet on with the hat underneath. So the way some guys used to wear it.
They're playing winter ball. Some stories out of that old experiences in winter ball. You did it for 5 years.
5 years.
Now you know Hermosillo, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, that's where they had the Latin World Series one year when I was playing.
The Caribbean Series?
Yeah, the Caribbean Series, they call it. I played in Puerto Rico 2 years.
When you were in the minor leagues?
72 and 73.
I tell you what, I recommend it for every American-born or American player. You know, especially in Mexico. I never could hit a breaking ball, and it was still difficult, but
you can see some of those.
So many of them.
Nice block.
Got a little light rain falling right now. How you feeling about wearing that pullover now, boys?
I had to put it on between innings.
Yeah.
That temperature dropped, and someone, you said, I think, it's supposed to, the temperature's supposed to drop at 20 degrees. I'm like, how can that happen?
I thought it would be earlier. That's why I said let's wear it tonight. So we perspired a little bit for the Open, but now we're happy.
Well, either it's raining hard or people are.
We just go into wardrobe and grab something.
People are headed to the concourse. And there's ball 4. So Markakis behind 0-2. Now works out a walk to put runners on first and third for Acuna. That looked like he was getting attacked there.
It's amazing how the flags are blowing dead out to right field. The flags are blowing that way, but yet all the trash is in left field. There's a little bit on the warning track in right, but I mean, Reese is going to have to dodge some out there if they hit a grounder.
Bouncing ball foul. Thompson is up again.
That would have been a good pitch. Here it hit the wall behind the catcher.
Way upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike. Acuna, who is 6 for 14 since his promotion. Just a bit outside, 2-1.
But the Braves signing this kid is an interesting story. Probably signed him back when he was 15.
16 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. It's only 4 years ago. I mean, he was in Single A last year. And then blasted his way through the system. Depending on which service you look at, Baseball America has him as the #1 prospect in all of baseball. Some have him as the #2 prospect.
Do you think you were ready to play in the big leagues at 20?
Somebody asked me that last night already. No, heck no. I didn't even know what a slider was when I was 20.
Swing and a miss. Acuna is down on strikes. Yeah, there are 2 outs, 6 strikeouts for Pivetta. And now Dansby Swanson is coming up.
Yeah, there's that old uppercut on that high backup slider.
Yeah, he got away with that one. Pivetta did there.
Sometimes a hitter sees that pitch so good. You see it so good. You just want to launch it up to fan of vision and you walk back to the dugout.
Somebody needs a poncho. Bouncing ball back toward the mound. Pavetta's got it and throws to first. 1 run does score, but the Braves lead 2. We have played 4.5 here in Philadelphia. The Phils only with 1 hit so far. They trail at 4-0 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Bank Minor League Report. Citizens Bank, the official bank of the Phils. Visit citizensbank.com. How about last night, Roman Quinn with a grand slam as Lehigh Valley defeated Scranton 6-1. Clearwater lost to Dunedin 8-6. Mickey Moniak, though, had a couple hits. Lakewood lost to Kannapolis 6-4. That was in 11 innings. They're a little delayed right now at Lehigh Valley. There was this, the storm has already gone through that area. As Michael Franco lines one to left field, it is gone! A bullet! Right through the wind. A solo shot. The Phils are on the board. It's a 4-1 game.
Yeah. Wow. That's all I can say. Wow. It's hard to get one out of this ballpark if you've got any air under it. That was a rocket. You know what that was? That was the same as O'Double's last night. I mean, that was about 20 feet in the air all the way out there. That's the only way you could get it through the wind. Bam. Man, I tell you, you need a hard hat out there in left field for that ball.
That's going to hurt somebody's hand. All right, so now Florimone is going to pinch hit for J.P. Crawford. The exit velocity was 111.2. I wonder if J.P. hurt himself at all in the last inning.
I wonder if he tweaked it something at that throw. And,
yeah.
He kind of threw it really across his body.
The one by Flaherty.
Yeah.
Deadpool, Spider-Man, they're both here. And Florimone sees 3 pitches. He's down looking. 1 out. And Alfaro's coming up.
You know, that was interesting right there. He, based upon that at bat right there, it's almost like they called him at the last second and said, hey, you got a hit. More like he had a chance to get ready to pinch hit. Maybe Crawford did hurt something.
I'm sure Murph's on it.
Scott Kingre's on deck.
Get Murph to the bottom of this thing.
A little detective action on it.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, like Ace Ventura.
That's right.
Yeah, here's what's bad now, too, because how many guys you got on your bench?
Well, they'll be down to Altair and Knapp.
Yeah, you got 4. And I don't see why you would double switch, but you know, now you don't have any more infielders.
To the right side. But Freddie Freeman had him played perfectly.
Now that's hustle right there. Watching Alfaro busted.
Yep.
That's a way to run the bases right there. Not only he stung a fastball to the right side too, so you gotta like what you see out of Jorge.
Well, now Scott Kingre will pinch hit. Here's that play that we talked about with Flaherty. He stayed in the game, obviously. Maybe something creeped up on him. 0-2 to Kingre. Granite's on the phone. Thompson's been warming up. Only a 3-run deficit for the Phils here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
It's a 3-run deficit, but doesn't it feel like
it does?
Like it's out of not out of reach, but it feels like
6 runs.
Yeah. There's like kind of lethargic watching the Fighting Phils perform today. And I guess a lot of it has to do with that young man on the mound.
He's been in command. I mean, he's at 76 pitches with 2 outs here in the 5th.
I'm getting that same feeling, John. I see you looking at me. I hear you. It's hard to describe. Well, Franco's balls are hardest hit. Well, Odubel hit the ball left field line out. There's only been a couple balls hit hard. Seems like the Braves could have 10.
Yeah.
And we could have, we could have 1.
Well, they sent, what was it, 7 men to the plate in the 1 inning and scored 2 runs? 8 men.
8. But you get the home run, the crowd gets a little into it from Franco, and then a 3-pitch strikeout and a grounder to first.
Bouncing ball again, foul. Dave hung in there on that one, Dave Dittinger. The boy Dave.
See, Kingre's been struggling, right?
Yes.
The last couple of weeks. I think that's a good example of why right there. He's getting these breaking balls right over the middle of the plate with 2 strikes and the shoulders flying. And, he's just topping them foul to the dugout.
Floats that one into left center field, a base hit.
But even that's a great base hit, don't get me wrong, but he still kind of pulled off the ball a little bit, just got the end of the bat on the ball. But I think he would agree that, the shoulder's flying a little bit. See, that shoulder flies right there, and then he reaches out just to get a piece of the ball.
Authentic Phillies fans have the chance to get great seats to a Phil's game, an awesome hat, and other VIP surprises. Compliments of NBC Sports Philadelphia. Get discounted tickets plus free swag. Head over to Phillies.com/authentic-fan to grab your seats and hat now. Cesar fouls it.
Nowhere on there did it say swag. You just throw that in there yourself?
No, it said it on there.
I was watching the screen, the monitor.
No, it said it on what I read.
All right. You just don't seem like a big swag saying guy.
There's a lot of things I say that I'm not. I'm not that kind of guy.
I love swag. You gotta love some swag.
Now, if Cesar makes the last out, do you leave Kingre in? Double switch?
I would say you have to, don't you? But
it's only one spot in the lineup.
Right. Where can you?
Markakis puts it away. Well, we shall find out. The Phils do get a run on the home run by Maikel Franco. That guy's got some swag. He's got some peanuts, too. We go to the 6th. Of the week has been very bullish at the plate for the first month of the campaign. Through the first 24 games of the season, El Torito was 3rd in the NL in average, batting .341, and he had reached base safely in every game since September 27th of last year. In addition to his bat, Odubel's glove has been working as well. making plays behind his pitchers and saving runs. All aspects of his game are brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Pedro Florimon does stay in the game to play shortstop. He pinch hit for Scott Kingery, or excuse me, for J.P. Crawford. And Adebayo Ramos will take over. I wonder if that home run changed their thought process on who was going to pitch here. You know, that they had Jake Thompson warming up, and I wonder if they got the home run, figured, all right, it's only a 3-run game. Let's bring Ramos in and not our long man. Pivetta went 5. He allowed 6 hits and 4 runs. And Tyler Flowers will lead it off. And he fouls it back toward the Hall of Fame club. And it's 0-1.
People are packing it in under the concourse, aren't they?
Yeah. Upstairs, 2-1.
Can't get the feel for that slider.
Two and two.
There it is.
Yes, it is. Out to shallow center field. Cesar got a really good jump and he can't hang on. Off his glove.
Odubel must have broke back, not got a good read on that ball. That's pretty deep center right there. We got a little history on those balls here between Cesar and Odubel in center field. But you think he went out there pretty far?
He did go out pretty far. He had it though.
Now, I don't think he's saying anything like "I got it" to Odubel. Odubel had a bad read there.
Yeah, he didn't get a good jump.
Flaherty takes outside 1-0.
Starting to rain sideways now.
Yeah.
They give that a hit.
They did.
Nice block. Well, people out there got to realize these guys work on blocking that ball so much more than back in the day. Wow. Technique every day in spring training, blocking balls in the dirt.
This could be 2. There's 1 and 2. 4-6-3 double play. Let's go to Greg Murphy. Murph's got an update on Jared Eichhoff. Murph.
All right, thank you very much, Tom. Yeah, you know, so Jared Eichhoff got some work today, which as he continues to try to build himself up and get back into that starting rotation. The good news today is they had a session on the mound. He threw off the mound, and he got up and down throwing the 2 innings. He had a good fastball, according to those that were watching. Good velocity, somewhere between 90 and 93, pretty consistently, which is good. And he also worked on the change in the curve. So they were very happy with what they saw. All the coaches out there under the watchful eye of Rick Cranitz. So watching Jared Eichhoff do his thing, getting a little bit closer. What's next for him? Well, that is still to be determined, according to Gabe Kapler. But you can see that he's making progress, which is certainly a good sign.
You saw the white box behind the catcher. You know, that is a radar which not only gauges speed, but also gauges spin rate. That's what they were looking at on the iPad. And what it does is it tells you where he is now compared to where he was healthy. And if he's back to those numbers, velocity-wise, spin rate-wise, sort of helps them decide how to move him forward. 2-2.
So there is use for iPads.
I use an iPad.
Exactly.
Not for that, but I do use it.
Yeah, coordinate.
Yeah.
Our shirts and.
Yeah, we're having a little trouble today. Bouncing ball to third. Foltynewicz not really running, not that it matters. He's thrown out. No runs, 1 hit, and nobody left. Middle of the 6th, 4-1 Braves. Call 800-JEF now or visit jeffersonhealth.org. Down in the Diamond Club, that's a pretty special place here at Citizens Bank Park if you've gotten a chance to go down and watch the game. Kerwin Danley, he was just given a weather report and decided that they could probably play through, and then it really started to rain harder. And I don't know if he was second guessing himself or not, but it is manageable at this point on the slick field. Foltynewicz will face Carlos Santana, Odubel Herrera, and Rhys Hoskins. Some folks decided that the Diamond Club was the best place to go to watch some more of this game.
Listen to us too.
What's that?
Can't they listen to us up there?
Yeah, they can. We're on TV right down there.
We are.
Dave Kapler is not moving from his perch.
He's even got muscles in his jaws when he chews up gum.
Muscles everywhere.
Well, the man's in excellent shape, John.
I know, and you know, it's something that we all work on, and some of us just work harder than the rest.
There's a high fly ball to right field. Markakis.
That's gonna get wet.
Yeah, it is. We'll make the catch. 1 pitch, 1 away here in the 6th.
Not necessarily what you want when you're down 4-1. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Here's Odubel. Odubel is 1 for 2 today.
The concourse is filled up a little more. I think those people up by the upper deck in right field are just, because that roof ain't helping them the way that wind.
Yeah, you think it's raining in on them?
I don't think it's covering them as much as they would like.
Because the wind's, the rain's sideways.
Sideways, right.
There's an 0-1 and an 0-2. A double take, let's call it. It's the old double take. Double take, line out to left. Line drive to left.
The ball's at 2 strikes to Odubel. Outside, 1-2.
Yeah, now he'll probably hit one down to third base line past Flaherty for a double. Beautiful thing, this man.
Wouldn't you try like a breaking ball down and in or something, rather than just let him line that fastball to left field? Yep, there it is. This is some of the best stuff I've seen. Fulton Edge.
Well, I think you guys mentioned before too. I mean, his pace has been excellent, but when you're commanding the strike zone, you have the ability to keep that pace going. Odubel fouls it.
Well, he can get that bat to that ball quick. I used to hate these kind of games.
The rain's falling like this.
Water dripping off your helmet. Bat got water on the end of it. You feel like the ball's going to slide off. Gloves are wet.
Swing and a miss. Odubel goes down on strike. 6 strikeouts for Fulton Edge. Time now for the Ram Truck Stump the Fans trivia quiz. Answer. Guys, the question is, Henry Aaron holds the Braves franchise record with 47 career 4-hit games. Who is second?
Well, I initially thought it would be Eddie Matthews.
Yep. You said Eddie Matthews.
Really?
It's not a bad choice.
Just because I got the opportunity to go out and party with him one day, that's kind of all I remember about it.
Really?
Oh, boy, that was a night.
He used to tip one every now and then.
Ooh. We had to take him to his room. It was, and he was staying in a hotel where there's only 3 floors.
Yeah.
And so we had to go to the front desk and it said, "Can you tell us what room Mr. Matthews is in?" 5, whatever. He gave us how many home runs he hit. Or,
Yeah.
I got like, Mr. Matthews, there's only 3 floors. It was,
Well, so you said Eddie Matthews.
Yeah.
Oh, the answer is.
You said Ralph Garr when we were talking, but now
But
your
I never
answer
wrote
is,
that down. I mean, I wrote it down, but
You
I
never
didn't
told us,
go
right?
with it.
Right. What do you got?
I tried a new name, the man who's going in the Hall of Fame this year.
Chipper Jones.
He can't.
Oh, man, what a play.
How about that? Talk about being up there a while.
Well, Chipper Jones is the
Yes,
answer
Chipper
that the guys gave. You guys get the bell. So does Freddie Freeman. 32 4-hit games. Freddie Freeman lost this one off the bat. Kept on looking. And then finally, on its dissension, he found it. This is the 4th home run of the year. Was the first run the Braves scored. Foltynewicz then really front run since that time. 6 innings. He's allowed just 3 hits. The top of the order is up now for the Braves as we go to the 7th. Ramos is 2nd inning of work. And it's 2 balls and no strikes.
It does look like the rain has stopped.
Yeah. Kerwin Danley looks like he made the right decision to just plow through. Popped up. Florimone and Hoskins. It's Hoskins who will make the catch.
Got that 2-0 pitch in on his hands. Beautiful thing.
That'll dip Ramos's earned run average for the season to a 0.77. I mean, he's had a solid month.
Good. You remember last year? I just think he got off on the wrong foot last year with the whole Asdrubal Cabrera.
Yes.
And I think it messed him up.
When he came back, though, he was better.
Yeah. But he wasn't. It took him a while.
Fouled away.
How'd you know? I was Googling that.
I saw that when you put it down. I looked at it. Carl had put this together. So the most 4-hit games for the Phillies was Chuck Klein with 36 4-hit games.
Chuck Klein was a stud. I want to tell you. I mean, wow. Some of the stuff this guy did.
Yeah,
did he play his whole career with the Phillies?
No, he did not. He left and came back though. 2 balls, 1 strike to Albies.
Oh, John. The note we got from Carl here says John had 7, but that was with the Phillies. John had to have more than I did.
What do you think there, Carl? Did John have more overall, or you
total?
No.
He's going to take a peek.
I usually got tired after 3.
I'm sure you had a lot of those.
I had a few 5-hit games. I don't know how many.
Did you?
3 or 7, 3.
Well, that counts as 4.
Does that count in that?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So you went right past 4, right to 5. Fouled back, and it remains 3-2.
I'm guessing you had 20.
No. No, because after Tony Gwynn got his 4th hit, I was trying to leave Earth.
Well,
swing.
How many years with the Padres?
4. Wow, that looked like
that was
swing,
weird. Looked like
It
a
did
swing.
look like a swing, yeah. Paul Nart says no. And Gabe Kapler now is heading out to the mound. So that'll be it for Ramos. With Freddie Freeman coming up, they're going to bring in Adam Morgan to face Freeman. Here's that pitch and the swing. And Albies held up.
Yep, he did.
So a runner at first with 1 man down. An inning and a third for Adebray Ramos. Morgan will come on to face the left-handed hitting Freddie Freeman when we come back.
Well, you guys were talking about multiple hit games, so let me take you back to April 28th, 1982, when Pete Rose goes 5 for 5 against the Los Angeles Dodgers, tying Max Carey for the most 5-hit games in National League history. He finished his career with 10 5-hit games, which is still the National League record. That is your This Date in Baseball History, presented by Geico. April 28th, 1982, Pete Rose.
I would have thought Tony Gwynn would have the record, but Pete makes sense too. John had 2 5-hit games, 10 4-hit games overall. Here's Freddie Freeman against Adam Morgan with a runner at first. And Albies, who can swipe a bag. He's only stolen 1 though this year. Another toss over.
Surprised me if Albies would run.
With Freeman up.
Keep that hole open over there, right?
That's what I would think.
Morgan Freeman for better Freeman.
Outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Gwynn had 9 5-hit games or more, 5 or more hits in a game, 9 times. So 1 off the Pete Rose record. He also had 1 6-hit game. How cool would a 6-hit game be for your batting average, huh?
Yeah, if I were 5 for 5, I'd be very relaxed in that 6th at bat.
Yeah, sure you would. Because if you had 5 hits, by the time you got your 6th at bat, you weren't facing the best reliever
That's true.
in the league. Probably facing a guy that's like on the border of getting sent out, released, or
just there to chew up some innings.
Yeah, and well, if I get Mike Schmidt out here,
Probably one of the position players.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. 1-2 to Freeman.
How'd I miss that one? Is that what he's thinking?
I think that's what he's thinking.
Would you call that a left-handed Chris Bryant stance?
I mean, there is some lift like Bryant. Yeah.
Bat similar spot?
I think it's similar.
you got to ask Jeff Francoeur if he's a good golfer. The way he keeps that right elbow stiff during the swing.
Freddie Freeman went around on that breaking ball. So 2 outs. Nick Markakis is coming up. He provides us with our Toyota Turning Point. He got the ball rolling with the offense with his home run against Nick Pivetta.
Nick tried to get it in. They wanted it up and in, and it was kind of belt high in. And Markakis hits it in the right field seat to give the Atlanta Braves a 1-0 lead. Phils are having trouble getting on the board. And that's our Toyota Turning Point of the game, Tom.
Yeah, he's walked a couple times too.
I wonder if anyone's ever had a 5 or 6 hit game and the team has lost. Carl?
The record
might be a tougher one.
I don't have to ask Carl that one. Probably not. Didn't Rennie Stennett have the record for most hits in a row?
Yeah.
Is it 7?
7, I believe. I don't know what the outcome of that game was.
Rennie Stennett, second baseman for the old lumber company. No, it was before the lumber company, I guess.
They had some thumpers, didn't they? Ooh, ooh, ooh. I remember I used to love Mike Easley.
Oh, yeah, he could hit.
And John the Hammer Milner.
He could hit, too.
Parker Stargell, Sanguian.
See, that was one of my teams in the backyard when you had to bat whatever the position players batted. Because, you know, you could still throw Ed Ott in there as a lefty catcher, which is rare. Stargell. You know, naturally, I had to hit right-handed for.
That's Ed Ott right there.
Your finger?
Yep.
Punching?
No, he hit me from behind and went down, and I broke my finger that year. We had that little brawl with the Pirates.
2-1 is down away. Show Matt behind you. That's your finger. Show it to him.
Where's Matt?
It's right there. Look. There's Matt. Show him the finger.
It's got a little lump on it. That's all, you know. Right there. I have a lot of those lumps, you know, back from my days as a baseball player. I got a toe that's got a big knot on it from. Oh, you don't want to see it? Okay.
3-1 pitch.
I'm sure all the old baseball players my age got a lot of scars from the game.
Yeah. You move well. A lot of those guys don't move well.
Oh, you mean now?
Yeah.
You got to see me when I get out of bed in the morning.
Yeah.
You don't want to see that.
3-2, 2 outs, top of the 7th. Phillies down 3.
You got a good first step when you're going to see Frankie 2 scoops in there.
Oh,
man.
Where is that?
I think everybody thought that was strike 3. Adam Morgan just asked where that was. All right, let's take a look at it. PJ Wheelahan's pitch cast. That's a strike.
Now, that's one of those balls that got called ball 4, and if he swings at it, he probably smokes it somewhere. Hanging slider, right at the belt. Yeah, that's a bad call. Not only that, it puts us in a position with this hitter.
Yeah, now you got lefty on righty. Well, he can get righties out, but man, you made a good pitch.
I mean, it wasn't really a good pitch,
No.
but it was a strike.
It was probably a good pitch to hit.
Yes. This has just been a downer kind of a game.
All right, Carl's got part of the research done. Tony Gwynn lost 1 of the 9 games that he had 5 hits or more. Pete Rose lost 5 of the 10 5-hit games he had. Nobody else is helping him out. Outside 2-1.
Either that or their pitching was terrible. You know, we played a game in Atlanta. I drove in 7 and we lost 13-7. Tough to do, I would think, but
Nice. 7 ribbies. It's a good day. It's a good week. Probably were player of the week that week, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I was or not.
You know what the word is for this game? I use it a lot when I play golf. This game is no personality to this point. You know what I mean? A game of we do have the Odubel catch, which will be remembered forever. No question about that. But otherwise, it's trying to get. It's a big out right here for the Phils. Keep it at 3.
That's what I mean. You know,
Yeah.
a couple hits and a long one, you're tied, and it's only the 7th.
And against you know a somewhat unsteady bullpen.
I would have guessed that he would have made a visit to the mound right there.
3-2.
Remember those pitches like that where they can't get together on a pitch? We see the catcher run out there a lot more than we do lately.
See, look at that. Keep showing Gabe there. Come on, Gabe, put your head up. All right, don't talk, chew. Yeah.
Next time. Runners go. Ball is popped up. Shallow center field. Odubel is in. Florimon is out. Florimon makes the catch. And the side is retired. So, no runs, no hits. 2 men left. We'll be back with the bottom of the 7th inning right after this. Hyundai defensive play of the game. Michael?
Boom! Freddie Freeman. I got that one. Odubel. I got that one. Odubel! In the bushes. Comes out with it. Man, that's one of the... It's going to be one of the great plays of the year right there. Yank it out of that bush. There are the leaves falling behind him. Nice and calm still, too. Man, that's your Hyundai defensive play of the game. Brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers. That's a nice car, man.
Bottom of the 7th inning. Here's Shane Carl. He'll take over. He's 2-1. He's been really good for the Braves. 17 strikeouts and 17 2/3. And he'll face Nick Williams, Michael Franco, and Pedro Florimon. Phillies have Victor Arano warming up in the bullpen. Still a gettable game, down by just 3. And now they've got Fultonevich out, who went 6 innings, had 6 strikeouts. And it's 1-0. One ball, 1 strike.
I don't know why, but Nicholas, he just looks like he's a lot more crouched this year than last. I know he was crouched last year, but it just seems like he's a little lower, with, especially with that back leg.
He is right now.
Fly ball, left field. Acuna. And he makes the catch. Well, there's 1 out.
I have to go watch some tape. Nick from last year and see if he's lower. Well, here's our offense.
You're never going to get me to buy into that. We want the ball in the air. We don't want the ball on the ground stuff. I'll just never do it. Maybe I'm too stubborn.
And Mike Tell has a base hit to left field.
Ball on the ground.
Here's Florimone, who struck out his first time up. He went down looking.
See, this is what I mean. You know, Florimone gets on somehow, and you know, Farrell pops one, they'll make a mistake. If Carl makes a mistake, and Alfaro pops one, and but they need something to get some excitement, energy.
I don't like swinging early in at bats when you're down 3 runs. I mean, I like hitters to have to take a strike. You know, I've said that many times up here, but I think there's the right way to play the game when you're behind. Other people disagree with that, but that's just the way I would play it.
Anytime you can put pressure on the other team.
Yeah, you got to try to get that tying run to home plate every inning.
0-2 pitch coming to Florimone. And it's 1-2.
It's amazing how those pitchers can hit that glove, you know, put it up in the strike zone.
Inside, 3-2.
Big pitch right here.
Surprised they're holding Franco on.
Yep.
He's not going to run. You would, I mean, you wouldn't think.
Well, some things just get by, you know. You can't think of it.
I would think an out is more important than Franco getting to second base right now in the 7th inning.
Well, and Mike Kell has a short lead off first, too. Bouncing ball past Freeman.
John, you're an amazing broadcaster. How you thought of that?
Well, you're right though. If he was off, he would have backhanded that. Would have been a double play.
Yeah, now it's
we're right where we want to be.
make one mistake and this game could be tied. You know Franco's not going to run if you're playing behind him. You know, Freddie's what, 6'5". His range is really good.
Really good, yeah. Well, here is Alfaro. Alfaro tonight is 0 for 2, 3 for 4 last night with a 2-run home run. A couple other hits.
But with that being said, we appreciate Freddie holding Franco on.
Outside, 1-0.
And don't forget the Braves saw that home run last night. Respect this power.
Luis Garcia has joined Victor Arano in the bullpen. One ball and no strikes to Alfaro. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the home run from last night.
That ball's hit straight away. If it's hit anywhere but straight away or the opposite field, it ends up being a rollover ground ball. And that's what he's going to. I'll tell you what, I'm a big fan of him. I think he's going to be in 5-6 hole in our lineup before the season's over.
Two and 1.
That's what he has to stay away from. He doesn't need 2-0 to swing from the heels. He's too big and too strong, and the ball jumps off his bat when he just swings easy. Like you said, it's 401 to center. Do you have to hit it 450 for it to mean more? I mean, 404 right now. 405 would be perfect.
Dan Winkler and Sam Freeman in the bullpen.
That was it
2-2.
right there. Whoa. Good pitch to hit right there. All right, John, you're the catcher. What do you like here?
Slider.
Chaser, chase slider, low and away.
I think he's got a young, aggressive hitter. I don't think you have to throw a strike here.
He laid off.
Good layoff right there. Very
yes,
good.
indeed.
Tough one. 2 strikes, 2 men on.
Aaron Altair on deck. He'll be the next pinch hitter with the pitcher's spot due up. So he's down 3. The count 3 balls and 2 strikes here in the bottom of the 7th. Bouncing ball to shortstop. It might be 2. Swanson to second.
Beat it.
He beat it. There's that hustle we talked about. So
That's
the inning is
amazing.
still alive. 6-4 in the putout.
Well, he made contact, but he rolled us. This is a good pitch. This is a tough pitch with a 3-2 count. I'll tell you what, watch him. There's not many catchers in the league that'll beat this double play ball out.
He does move.
And, and he runs like that all the time, which is really good to see. Hey, both our catchers are good runners for catchers. I think Alfaro's a good runner for any position.
Yeah.
But
Now, I hope Aaron Altair was glued to that at bat, the pitch sequence in that last at bat. It's 2 out pitches and the ground ball to short were both sliders.
and away. Even the fastballs were away. If you're Aaron, you have to look to stay on one and hit it the other way.
1 ball, 1 strike. A fastball down and in.
I just don't see him challenging at any time in his at bat with a fastball in the hitting zone. What do you think, Swami?
Slider.
The Swami over here.
Back toward the middle, and Albies is there. They flip to Swanson covering, and Altair hits into a fielder's choice. The shift was on.
He did challenge him.
Yep, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, or excuse me, 2 hits. 2 men left. On to the 8th in a 4-1 game. HondaDealers.com and by WB Mason. Who bought WB Mason for fast, free delivery? Nobody does it better. Top of the 8th inning, the Braves 4 and the Phillies 1. And Victor Arano in his 10th ball game will face Dansby Swanson. Victor finally allowed his first run in his big league career. That was in his last outing. It was against the Braves where he threw the 1-2-3 inning where he threw just 3 pitches. You see our line score. Braves jumped out to a 4-0 lead. Phillies got a run in the 5th. But now as we go to the 8th inning, it's still 4-1. Arizona came from behind and beat Washington today 4-3.
What's wrong with Washington?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, they got Scherzer, they got Strasburg, and they got Harper. Yeah, I don't know. You think they'll figure it out, but Swanson hits it foul over to the right side. It's 0-1. So the updated standings in the National League East. The Nationals 6.5 out. Miami is 9.5 out, but Miami is leading Colorado 3-0 in the 5th. Outside. We'll head to Miami after tomorrow's game. It'll be interesting to see what their crowds are like, and also whether that roof is open for Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday.
I hope it is, because you know, someone who doesn't sweat much, it'd be nice to have that roof open in Miami.
Trust me, boys, it's smoking down there.
Is it?
Ooh.
They sit up the middle for Swanson. So he is aboard to start the 8th inning. And here's Tyler Flowers. Phillies have 3 games against the Marlins, and then they're off on Thursday, and then 3 against Washington.
What are you going to do on the off day?
I'm actually coming back. I'm going to take the train back up in the morning. I got baseball and softball games to go to, John.
No, I get it. I get it.
Then I'm going to drive back on Friday. Are you in Washington?
Yep.
Murph, what do you got for J.P. Crawford?
Just getting word that he left the game with a right elbow strain. So no word whether or not he did that on the throw or not, but the right elbow strain is why J.P. Crawford no longer in this ballgame.
All right. Here's Odubel running in, and he makes the catch. 1 out. Well, here's the throw we talked about earlier.
He really threw across his body there. Look at that. Ooh, that elbow was in a weird position.
Definitely some weird torque to it.
All on, no core.
Yeah, he could have saved himself some problems. I mean, hard for him to, get that runner.
Yeah. Flaherty takes low. 1 ball, no strikes.
But you always think you can.
Not a play you can't make.
Well, we remember Freddie used to slide over there and turn his body and give a throw. I don't even think Freddie Galvis could have made that play.
No.
Runner goes. Flaherty slaps it over the head of Franco, foul. And it's 1-2. But from our angle, that looked like it was just going to dump inside the line, didn't it?
Sure did.
Tell you what, if it did, if a fan didn't touch it, Swanson was going to score easy. He was flying around second base.
Fly ball right center field. Odubel into the alleyway. So is Williams. Odubel has it and makes the catch. 2 outs. Ryan Flaherty's retired. May 8th, when the Phillies take on the Giants, it's our Hatfield Philly Frank Dollar Dog Night number 3. Go to Phillies.com to get your tickets. Time is winding down to get your Dollar Dog before the end of the school year.
What was that date?
May 8th.
Those hot dogs only cost $1.
Yeah, on that day. On that day. Here's Preston Tucker to pitch hit for Carl. There goes Swanson, and the ball is bunted third base side. That'll be a hit. Well, they had the shift on. A bunt single. And that puts runners on first and second for the top of the order.
Interesting. 2 outs. Guy with power.
We don't need to go there. Ridiculous. Got himself a base hit. Good play with no outs. Good play, maybe 1 out, but
It's Ciarte to center field. And
put 2 men on for Ciarte.
yeah, and he flies out to center field. No runs, a couple of hits, 2 men left. Middle of the 8th, Braves 4, and the Phillies 1. Braves on top 4-1 as we go to the bottom half of the 8th inning here at Citizens Bank Park. The Phillies will send Cesar Hernandez up against the lefty A.J. Minter. He's been good. Minter picked up a save the other day. And when asked after the ballgame if he enjoyed that experience, he said, yeah, I'd like more of those experiences.
This is all you have to look at right there. 8 walks, 12 innings. Watch him throw warm-ups. He'd never throw a pitch other than inside the righties, and a lot of them bounced.
Well, there's the first pitch low.
Got to make him throw strikes. 8th inning. You got to try to get Rhys Hoskins up in this inning with a chance to tie it or put you ahead.
Inside 2-0.
Excellent point, John.
And that's been Cesar's MO this year. Is taking a lot of pitches, working a lot of walks.
Three and 0.
Got to take two here, don't you, Michael?
Absolutely.
Hopefully,
Yes,
he only has to take one so he can walk the first.
He might take another one here.
No, that's what we were just talking
Yeah.
about. I mean, he shouldn't need a take sign.
At ball 4. So he does draw a walk. Second walk drawn tonight by Cesar.
Worst thing the Braves manager wants to see. Walking the leadoff hitter. Up 4-1. I think the rule applies here too, John. I know Carlos can hit the ball out of the ballpark, but I would love to see him with the same approach.
That was ball 1.
Yeah.
That's what you protect against right there if your mindset is to get the tying run to home plate.
One ball, one strike.
He didn't throw, I think, but one strike when he threw his 8 warm-up pitches. And he's really only thrown one. He had, what, 8 pitches he's thrown? He's only thrown one. Well, Carlos helped him out. There you go.
Check that time. That was the one he got him with strike 1.
If you got confidence, real good confidence hitting with 2 strikes, there's another pitch that you take, even though Carlos can hit the ball out of the ballpark. See? If you just take it all the way, you guard against jumping out there, you guard, you put it in the umpire's hands. He might call a strike a ball. You never know. And then we got the tying run at home plate. This is just over anxious hitting right here.
That ball left his hand a ball.
Yeah.
That was never a strike. Freddie's awful chatty today.
Yes, he is. Well, there's a couple things that happened. The last thing that happened was somebody slipped on the stairs. Oh. He missed it, by the way. Remains 3-2 as he fouls it back. Odubel on deck. Balls, 2 strikes. And he pulls that one foul off the tarp. Flaherty is really hugging that line at third base.
Well, with the way Minter's been throwing, everything's in. So it's a smart move to be closer to the line than normal.
This is the 9th pitch of the at-bat. They play Santana to pull the ball. Outside, ball 4. So back-to-back walks. And it brings Odubel up with nobody out. Chuck Hernandez coming out.
Yeah, Tommy, we got the walk.
Took a while.
It took a little bit.
Like the end result of the at-bat. Fouled off a couple of pitches and hung around to get the walk. Now we have the tying run at the plate.
San Francisco Giants will be in town for their only visit beginning Monday, May 7th. It's a 7:05 first pitch, 3 night games and then a day game. On Wednesday, May 9th, it's Teva respiratory night. And also Thursday is on a throwback Thursday. The Blues, the Phillies will be wearing the blue uniforms again. That is the 2nd trip for the Braves.
Well, Odubel's ambushed that first ball fastball a couple of times lately.
Yeah, this is where you have to watch seeing fastball or thinking fastball and getting a slider out of the zone and you swing at it. Trust me, been there many a time. He's got to throw me a fastball. There it is.
It'd be interesting to see here, 2 men on base, if he goes into his take, the 0-1 pitch. Just straight up take, I'm not swinging, go ahead and throw it.
Popped him up. Ryan Flaherty in foul territory near the cameras and out of play. Tommy Hunter to the left, Yaxel Rios to the right. Phillies get a couple. Maybe they bring Hunter in. If they tie it, of course they're going to bring him in. Although that means that Hector may not be available. If that's the case, he's closing tonight. The ball's 2 strikes. And a line drive out toward left. Acuna is there. And he grabs it for the first out. And that'll bring Reese up.
Odubel's swinging well. That's a 3rd line drive to left field tonight.
Well, Brian Snitker looks like he's going to bring in Winkler to face Rhys Hoskins. He's made the signal to the pen. It's the 2nd trip. So that will be the end for A.J. Minter. A pitching change with the Phils down 4-1. Stand by for Cure Auto Insurance presents Phillies postgame live. Highlights and analysis of this game, plus breakdown of Nick Pavetta's evening. And hopefully a come from behind victory. The Phillies do have 12 come from behind victories this year already. J.P. Crawford out with a right elbow strain. And here is Reese. Reese is 0 for 2. Winkler a 1.46 ERA. And it's 0-1 as he dots that fastball toward the outside part of the plate.
Impressive numbers from Winkler. 12 innings pitched. Averaging 12 strikeouts per 9 innings. Over 12, almost 12 and a half.
Mm-hmm.
You have to think he has a pretty good slider.
Well, based on the first 2 pitches, Reese can look away. That center field, right center field line drive stroke comes in handy.
Three straight fastballs.
First pitch I thought was a cutter.
It may have been. You're right.
The outside corner, and the last 2 I thought were fastballs.
One ball and 2 strikes to Reese.
Back out.
And a strike 3 call. 2 outs.
I think the first 3 pitches being away, Reese probably thought that ball was way in. It looked like a good pitch.
Could have been called low pretty easily. I mean, look where he put those 4 pitches.
Well, that might work in Nick Williams' favor.
Maybe.
Let's see.
Nick is 0 for 3 tonight. He's 0 for his last 17.
Seems like a hard 94, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. A little tardy there. Make the adjustment, Nick. You ever foul a ball off your foot really bad?
Mm-hmm.
Tough going to sleep at night, isn't it?
Yeah. Especially when your toes crooked. I still have that problem.
Oh, I got toes. I got to wear rubber things between my toes. You know, the bone is so calcified.
Yeah.
Got a big lump on the side of it.
Yeah.
I'm sure fans are thrilled about that discussion.
Yeah. We can tell you about the toenail too, but we'll save that for a later day.
Outside, 1-2. Phil's got the first 2 hitters aboard with back-to-back walks from a somewhat erratic A.J. Minter.
Line out, the strikeout looking, and now it's up to Nick.
And he's down on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts for Winkler. So the Phils, no runs, no hits, 2 men left. We're going to the 9th inning, and the Phillies trail it by 3. Every time the Phillies retire, the opposition 1-2-3. Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, America's best internet provider, according to speedtest.net. Well, Yaxel Rios will take over. .3-0 with an ERA of 3.48. And Yaxel will face Ozzie Albies, who has been on base twice. He is 1 for 2, a sac fly, a walk. And a first pitch in there, it's 0-1.
With the only one lefty in the Phillies bullpen, you'd kind of like to see one coming here for Albies, Freeman, Markakis.
Gabe did say that when they sent Hobie Milner down, that they felt like they could use Tommy Hunter or Yaxel Rios against some lefties because of their repertoire of pitches. You know, the changeup away from the lefties.
He just dove 2 backdoor sliders right on the outside corner.
Might be going back to it again. Nope, he goes fastball at 97.
I don't recall him throwing that hard last year.
He did not.
Was it just confidence?
I think so.
More loose?
They've adjusted his motion a little bit.
More free and easy. Last year it might have been a little nervous, tight.
Arodys Vizcaíno, the closer for the Braves in the bullpen. Outside 1-2.
Freddie Freeman's watching this and say, okay, he hasn't thrown one pitch middle in.
Now, what do you hear about Batista? He's in the he's in AAA.
I don't know if he's in AAA, but he was in extended spring down in Florida, but playing third base. And they're hoping that they can bring him up at some point if he shows that he has propensity to hit and field okay. Franco runs it down. And 1 away. You know, they have Camargo, who I think they anticipated would eventually take over for Ryan Flaherty. Flaherty's just been hot.
Right. I know. It's hard to take him out there.
Yep.
Tell you what, though, Batista can be the player he was in Toronto and play third base. He played some third base in Toronto, right?
He definitely played it with the Pirates.
Yeah, I know. I think he played some third base with Toronto too.
How about him between these two guys? Markakis and Freeman. I mean, that's a long way from nobody wanting you and playing in AAA to jumping in this 4-hole right here, but.
Or 6 and put Acuna in 4.
Yeah, there's a thought that they're going to keep moving Acuna up. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I mean, you have to think that Albies' 8 home runs, some of that has to do with this guy hitting behind him.
Yeah, maybe. Fouled away, 1-2. Tomorrow it'll be Brandon McCarthy on the mound for the Braves against Vince Velasquez for the Phillies for the 3rd time. Braves have won 4 of the 7 so far.
Oh, goodness.
I think Kerwin Daly missed that one.
I'm sure there's someone barking at him, you would hope. Wow.
Well, it was closer to a ball than I thought, but it was right at the bottom of the zone. Out to center field. Odubel going back. He's not going to have to worry about the bushes on this one. 2 outs.
It was amazing how he got that bat to that ball.
With a half swing on.
Yeah, no, it looked like it was almost going to hit him.
Yeah, it looked like a punch shot, though, from underneath a tree. He's got some amazing hands, that's for sure.
It's almost like an Utley swing, a little like knockdown swing.
Yeah.
Markakis has been on base 4 times, 3 walks in the homer. And it's 1-0.
I don't think Rios had to call timeout there, right? I mean, game can't start till he throws it. Maybe to stop the clock, the 20-second clock or whatever it is.
The investigative clock.
Yeah.
1 ball and no strikes to Markakis. And 1-1.
Little downtown swing there.
2 outs, no one on.
Good time.
Fans getting into it.
Yeah. One ball and 2 strikes to Markakis. Slaps it foul again. In the air to right field, and that one is going to stay in the yard. Nick Williams will reel it in. And it's a 1-2-3 9th inning. No runs, no hits, and nobody left. Markakis thought he got it. It's 4-1 Braves. Deliveries of the game. We go back to the second inning. Markakis, we all thought that he just hit this last one better than this one, but this gave them a 1-0 lead.
Well, a little better weather there.
Yeah.
Remember that at bat, 3 or 4 fastballs he got over the middle of the plate. Here's Freeman's triple. Sliding into third and keeping his hand on the bag.
And then fingers, and then hand, then fingers. Those are our W. Mason deliveries of the game. All right, so last chance for the Phillies. Vizcaino's coming on to face them here in the 9th inning. Vizcaino 1-1 with a 1.54 ERA. Facing Michael Franco. Lined out in the second, homered in the 5th. That's the only run for the Phils. Also has a single right through the hole on the third base side. It was between Ryan Flaherty and Dansby Swanson that he hit that ball.
2 first ball fastball hits. That's good to see. We can't be swinging early here now. Oh my gosh, that's a ball.
Mike Bell not happy about it.
Especially at a time when you need the umpires to make a good call.
Pitch cast presented by P.J. Wheelahans. It is not a strike. Oh, 2. And Franco went around, 1 away. And now Foreman is coming up. That first strike really does set the tone.
Yeah, it does. It changes the entire at bat. That was a serious forkball.
Is that what that is, or is
well,
a hard
splitter?
slider?
No, it's a splitter.
Florimon takes it inside. Florimon singled his last time up, 1 for 2.
He's got a mid-90s fastball, doesn't he?
He does.
Like, you would have to think that the Phillies are taking a strike. Of course, you don't know. But that's 98 miles an hour. That's the first one he's thrown.
It is the first one, yeah.
If you had 98 in the arsenal, wouldn't you feature it? You have to show at least first couple pitches to a hitter, right?
I would think.
Don't ask me what pitchers are thinking nowadays.
2 balls, no strikes. And 3-0. Alfaro on deck. Ball 4. So the Phils have a base runner. They need 1 more to bring the tying run to the plate. As Alfaro will head to the plate. Knapp is out of the on-deck circle. Got Flowers with the backswing. May have been ball one. And it's no balls and one strike.
I think it definitely was ball one. That thing had some good run on it.
I hope he caught that, and I hope it wasn't painful because it was going in there really quickly.
How about that rally hat, huh?
Yeah.
Look at that one.
What a nice arrow, John.
Oh, I got it on the arrow.
That was good, though.
I'm trying to draw a circle with no arrow.
Must have hit him in the arm.
Yeah, that's
Check
painful.
that, huh?
Outside, 1-2.
Tough position right here. Jorge's got a battle. That nasty splitter.
Got a feeling that baby might rear its ugly head right here.
Got him. Went with a slider, and he's got 2 strikeouts in the inning. And now the Phillies' chances are down to Knapp to get on base and bring the tying run to the plate.
Wow. There again, Johnny, I don't know whether that left his arm in the strike zone.
No.
And again, I have no experience aside from Nolan Ryan of standing in that batter's box facing 98-mile-an-hour pitches from guys that are 6'6", 6'5".
Sometimes they make you swing at bad stuff, don't they? How about a bloop and a blast?
Bloop and a blast.
Cesar hadn't homered in a while, has he?
No, he's not.
Well, he's due. Little grounder to center field.
It's like to sit on the bench the whole time and then come up here and face this guy. Although they do have the ability to go down and hit in a batting cage.
Runner goes from first. Ball is launched in the air off the third base line. Ryan Flaherty gives it a look, and it's out of play. And we will do it again. Count 1-2.
They can watch videos of his previous time on the mound, see what he throws to left-handers, what his tendencies are.
I mean, you didn't run down to left field in the vet underneath down to left
I
field.
forgot that's where the cage was inside.
Nice basketball.
Oh, you go a
court.
long way.
Yeah, I forgot that's where it was.
They had a nice basketball court.
Go right there,
Yep.
right there behind the stands, right behind the dugouts, a batting cage.
We'll do it again. Floormone's going to be off and running again. Nobody's holding him. Swing and a miss, and the ball game is over. Vizcaino strikes out the side here in the 9th inning. Last 5 outs were strikeouts for Braves pitching. And they take game 2 of this series to even it up by a final score of 4-1. Markakis, his home run, got things rolling for the Braves. Freddie Freeman, a nice night as well offensively. But Mike Foltynewicz is our Chevrolet player of the game. Well, this young man, you know, he has starts like this, and he was in command tonight.
He's been in command for a lot of games this year. ERA coming in very low, but I like the fact that he attacked the Phillies hitters with his fastball, used the breaking ball when he needed to, change up, and there's a breaking ball right there to get Alfaro and Nick. And he worked ahead. He had a great pace, and he threw strikes. And that's all you can ask from your pitcher, and that's why Foltynewicz is our Chevrolet player of the game.
So the Braves take game 2 of this series 4-1. We'll be back to Citizens Bank Park to wrap it up right after this.